Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. It's your brother, the Watchman from the West Coast, Kevin Muhammad, coming to you today, brothers and sisters, with that waralert.org. War, brothers and sisters, WAR, is what we are in as of this moment, right now, brothers and sisters. We at war, but we don't know it. We at war with the enemy. Matter of fact, we got a few of them, but the ones we want to talk about today is the one that have us in captivity. And then we'll get to that second enemy in a minute. The one who has us in captivity has, in a sense, captured our mothers and our fathers and their mother and father's mind. And now our mind is caught up into their mind through translation of our mother and father. Because how can we know about a religion called Christianity, unless we got it from our mother or our father? We grew up as we were Baptists. We went to church every day except Monday and Saturday. We went twice on Sunday. So we did everything up in the church and in Indianapolis, Indiana, as Christians. So we that's what we grew up to be. But once we got big and went into the world, then we seen that there was a job for them. They was making money. So you know what I'm saying? They was preaching and we was giving tithes. And that's how they was supposed to be interpreting God to us and telling us, how we supposed to be. But the God that they was interpreting was from the person who taught them, but the person who taught them enslaved them and locked them up for 400 years. That was under the Abraham covenant, brothers and sisters. That was under the Abraham covenant. So that which they had, we couldn't read or write. Go back and do the history. We couldn't read or write. It was against the law. They show you the movies. In the movies, they show you what they did. Come on, man. Everybody know that now. But we grown. And we feel that, hey, I got a new apartment. I got this big old fancy house. I mean, I'm living next to my enemy. I ain't enslaved. I ain't feeling none of that. That was my ancestors. That was my daddy's mama. That was my people, and now this is me. I'm them now. All of them is right here. All the suffering, all the affliction, all the pain, all the worry, all the praying or looking for a God that never came, and then being given to God who was dead, so-called the Son of God who been dead for 2,000 damn years, who died for our sin, and we didn't commit a damn sin yet. We was brought into a damn land that wasn't ours. We were told to submit. Our ancestors submitted, and now we be the end of our ancestors, the end of our 400-year journey in the North American wilderness. So with that end comes a reward. With that end comes a reward, brothers and sisters. And that reward, as the God say, revenge is mine, saith the Lord. Is that what that say in your book? You a Christian? You a Muslim? Revenge is mine, saith the Lord. So that's what we be. We be the God. We be the angels who were told to submit, go through the furnace for 400 years. After that, you'll come out with great substance. You'll get a reward. First, you'll get a birthright, and then your birthright, you get a reward, and then you get a promised land. It don't have to be necessary in that order. You know, you're going to get a promised land. But in order to get that promised land, you first got to know what time it is. And it's at the end of your 400-year prison sentence. And now at the end of your 400-year prison sentence, you need to know what to do. The ION, so-called Nation of Islam, by Brother Jeffrey, today, come out of her. Yeah, you got to come out of her ways, but them ain't the ways you had prior to coming here. Them are the ways that you have adopted since being here with your enemy, living under oppression and affliction, labeled under slavery, a Holocaust. Go to waralert.org, brothers and sisters, and learn your true history. Learn how you became that drug addict, that alcoholic, that damn depending on cigarettes, depending on bud, depending on looking at a football game, depending on all the things that we hold us to the gravitational vortex of this world. That day is over. Our time of that is over, brothers and sisters. So we ain't trying to come out of her come out of just out of them habits. Our 400 years, we was to come up out of her under the Abraham covenant. No of a surety. No of a surety, brothers and sisters. Let me take you to it. Abraham covenant. Abraham covenant, brothers and sisters. It's right there in your book. You done read it. Why haven't your preacher read it to you? Why have he read it not to you? Because he ain't in that business, brothers and sisters. He's not in that business. He ain't working for the God that the Abraham and his seed made a covenant with. Right now, he working for the God of your captivitors, those who put us in prisoners and got us locked up here, the Chaldean, the prison guards. Yeah, we got to come up out of her, but we got a land to come to. We got a reward and we got a birthright. And we are the ones who reap and implement the revenge. All praises due to the God. So when Brother Jeffrey and little Jeffrey, he came up first and he opened up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And then he told us that, hey, he was in the class of the minister class of Big Jeffrey. And then when Big Jeffrey came out, you know what I'm saying? He was the same one who opened when I was going to the mosque 30 years or so ago, back in 92, when I wrote my letter. So, you know what I'm saying? So he was opening up, but now little Jeffrey's in the class of Big Jeffrey, and Big Jeffrey got a mind. He seemed to be intelligent, but he can't think for himself because he's programmed and his mind is locked up under the Farrakhan, who's supposed to be he's sitting in the messenger seat, but he's supposed to be delivering a clear message, but he can't and he ain't. He can't and he ain't because he ain't from us. He ain't from the Levites. His mother was raped by a white boy, so therefore that's who he's the seed of. He just got the color of his mother, black on the outside, but white run his mind. And Brother Jeffrey, who when I came in when I was 32, I'm 64 now. 32 years ago. 32 years ago, brother. You right there next to him. And you know that it's an Abraham covenant. You know that we're supposed to be here for 400 years. Now you teaching the next generation that bull shit. Not bullshit's net today, brothers and sisters, because that was straight bullshit you teaching. And you teaching it to the next generation. And these young brothers and everybody in the audience is hearing that. And you saying the messenger Farrakhan. The messenger Farrakhan is the messenger of bullshit. That's why it's coming out of your mouth now. 32 years later, a grown man. You married? Or do you got children? You gonna teach them to follow after you. You told everything of the indecency in this world, and you know that we got a promised land and supposed to be getting out, and you teaching that. Brothers and sisters, that's not, we got a promise, a reward, a birthright, and a promised land. We don't got to die to go to heaven. We don't got to get so-called righteous. All we got to do is go to waralert.org and to get our mind back, to get who we are or who we was prior to submitting to the Edomites 400 years ago, prior to the beginning of the Abraham covenant. And now that we are the results of the end of the Abraham covenant, brothers and sisters, our reward, our revenge, our birthright, our promised land is already ours. We got to register at waralert.org, get in the class of the man who's got the book that your name can get in, and who has the thorough knowledge of self. Once you receive the thorough knowledge of self, brothers and sisters, and then as we are, me, my brothers, and the warrior queens come before you, brothers and sisters, you can resurrect your people. And we can come together under war, brothers and sisters, because that's what we in. We in a war. But the war first is in your mind. We got to get your mind. We got to get you. We don't got to get your mind, my bad. We got to get you to register at waralert.org so you can get your own mind. We are taught by the messenger of the covenant that he is not giving us nothing. All he is revealing what's already in our dome. All he is revealing, he said he's given us what's already in our dome. Of course, he lifted the 7 seals of the 22 books of the Bible, book of Revelation, 22 chapters of the book of Revelation. He lifted 7 seals. So he's given that knowledge. That's why we need to register at waralert.org so we can get that thorough knowledge of self, because that's the knowledge that will get us prepared to receive our reward, to implement our revenge, to receive our birthright, and then get to our promised land. We need that, brothers and sisters, and we gotta have that thorough knowledge of self in order to get that reward, to get that revenge, or to be able to implement that revenge, brothers and sisters. Because, see, in order to implement that revenge, we got to transfer from that emotional heart and go to that, that mind, brothers and sisters, that intelligence, that God knowledge, that God mathematical knowledge, brothers and sisters. It's that class that we got to receive. War, and then the alert. War, and then the alert. We're trying to alert you to a war that's coming to wipe us out, brothers and sisters. A war that's coming to wipe us out. So we are alerting you to prepare you and to put on the proper armor to receive the proper knowledge. Get your orders and fall out. See, you'll rescue your family. You will separate. You will get out. Come out of her, my people, meaning you're going to go to your own land. And at the side of that, the ION where Brother Jeffrey was speaking, the so-called NOI, they had a little box. In that little box, they had a little circle. In that little circle, they had a man with his hand out. They didn't have the man, they just had the hand. And then in the circle, they had the dollar sign. In that box was a hand, and in that hand was a dollar, was a circle, and in that circle was a dollar sign. A circle symbolic for 360 degrees of knowledge, and they saying it got a price on it. This is our damn birthright. We already paid as told by Master Suleiman. We already paid 400 years for that 360 degrees of knowledge. That 180 belongs to the black woman and 180 belong to the black man. And we as one make that 360. And to receive that 360, the thorough knowledge of self, not actual facts, not student enrollment, not supreme wisdom, but the after effect. This ain't the time of Elijah. This is the time. It ain't the time of Farrakhan no more. He did his 42 years. He didn't deceive the Levites. That's why y'all talking that bullshit neck y'all talking. That's why you passing that same, Brother Jeffrey, passing that same shizneck down to little Jeffrey. I don't know if that's your son or not, but his name Jeffrey too. He in a minister class. He said he learned from you. Now he teaching that same shizneck. Using Elijah Muhammad name. Using Master Farad Muhammad's name. But not teaching the program. Look, man, not teaching the damn program. Because if you was teaching the program, that $5,000 wouldn't have been sitting there for the last 2 months. Somebody would have came and claimed that. Somebody would have came and claimed that, man. That was easy money. Y'all believe in that lying son of a devil, Farrakhan? Please. Y'all gotta be ignorant. Brother, I know you ain't ignorant. But damn. What the hell is going on with y'all, man? Anyway, waralert.org, brothers and sisters, waralert.org. and then you can really come up out of her. Okay, yeah, we got to drop all our habits at the door. You know what I'm saying? We got to work on self. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't coming out of her habits and staying in America with no 7 damn states when we already know that the United States is going to get judged, the whole Western Hemisphere. All you got to do is look at around you, go to True News. No, go to waralert.org, brothers and sisters, and register, and you'll get the right information. You won't be sitting up there saying, oh, just like when you went to church today and that lying son of a dog preacher, my bad, modern day Nat Turner, went to the theologian school of the Chaldean and got a license to preach that bullshit. What did he tell you today? Nothing that would benefit you. He told you to love everybody, love your enemy. All that, I ain't got no love for my enemy. I want to get in the line. I want to register at waralert.org. So since I'm the one who's going to be the revenges of all of my ancestors who died, who went to torture, who went to everything, all of my sisters and brothers who went through everything they went through for 400 years, 365 days of 1 year time, 400 years. I'm the revenges of that. And it's an army of us out there, brothers and sisters. In order to gather that army, we got to register at waralert.org. Because it's an army coming after us. And they ain't coming in no peaceful manner. They coming to peel your cap back, rape your woman, sodomize your son and your daughter, and then carve you up, gut you, carve you up, and throw you in the freezer for their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They done it before, and they when the abomination and desolation hit the fan, false Israel get surrounded. They been surrounded now. All you gotta do is go to waralert.org. We'll take you to the different people that's gonna sign the check. Since you believe in your enemy so much, we'll let your enemy be a witness to you. That's what's going to happen to your ass. Brothers and sisters, we at war. We at war, brothers and sisters. And them lying preachers and them lying ministers under Farrakhan and whoever else who's supposed to be representing God of the original people. I ain't talking about nothing, but I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to the 17 million black people. Not y'all with them cracker daddies, them Chaldean daddies. Not y'all who went and it ain't your fault that. But anyway, I ain't talking to you. I ain't trying to convince you no way, form, or fashion. My job and my people's, those of us who come before you, the watchmen and the warrior queens, our job is just to warn you on what's to come and remind you of the Abraham covenant. Warn you to get you ready. A war is coming for you. A war is coming to cut your throat and to kill you, your children, and anybody that's in your house. But we got to place of protection. We got a safe net. WarAlert.org, brothers and sisters. Get that information. WarAlert.org. Get that information, and then you can prepare yourself and prepare your family. If you don't, your blood won't be on our hands. Your blood won't be on our hands because you following some fool telling you some shiznit that you're going to get some type of justice out of your enemy. You partying with them, you loving them, and you got faith. Keep your damn faith. We got something stronger than faith, brothers and sisters. That's actual facts. The truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. We ain't got no a little box with a hand in it with a circle and a dollar sign talking about you got to pay for the information we trying to give you at waralert.org. We ain't got that. We ain't them. That's the ION. We be representing Elijah Muhammad and Master Fraud Muhammad and the messenger of the covenant who have given us that recognition to come before you, to tell you to be a watchman. Bring you the Injil. The only thing that you can grab onto, and it's going to get you through that door to the hereafter. Get you to your, and ain't nothing in the hereafter but your promised land, your birthright, your reward, and of course, your revenge of 400 years of your ancestors' suffering. We need an army. If you feel that way and need to and want to come on and get that, we got that. WarAlert.org. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.